Now from downtown Cleveland and Progressive Field, we've got Major League Baseball on a Tuesday night. It's the New York Yankees taking on the Cleveland Guardians. Biggest storyline coming into this one, he's riding quite the hitting streak, Singy.
Been seeing the ball so well, Boog. One of the toughest outs in the league right now. It'll be interesting to see how they pitch to him today.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about ready to go, and today's starter, Gavin Williams.
Yeah, ZRA last year was a little worse than average, so definitely be looking for better results this season. You know, one of the keys is just being able to have a consistent delivery and to be able to repeat that delivery so you can hit the spots that you want to hit and have a higher chance of being successful.
And stepping in for the Yankees, Jazz Chisholm Jr. edges the zone for a strike, and we are underway. The 0-1. Ball one there.
That's inside.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch.
Oh, that got away from him. And he's going to reach on a hit by pitch to lead off the inning. Here comes Aaron Judge. 3 hits last night, so he was a big factor in getting that win.
Let's go, Gavin.
Out to short, dives, but it kicks off his glove. No throw, and they come away without an out.
Batting third, center fielder Cody Bellinger.
First and second, no outs. Here's Cody Bellinger.
Really strong hitting performance recently. Currently owns a 7-game hitting streak.
Swinging a ground ball towards first, but foul. in the air on the infield, and the infield fly is called. And time now to check out the New York Yankees lineup. One guy swinging a hot bat recently, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Boog, his batting average is on the rise right now. He's hitting over 350 over the last 10 ball games, and you can see the confidence that he's carrying around just watching him walk to the plate.
And now it's Giancarlo Stanton.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Grounded to third. Could be two. Throw pulls him off the bag, and he's safe.
Batting fifth, first baseman Ben Rice.
So two in scoring position with one out. And next for New York, Ben Rice. Blasted 2 home runs in last night's game. And that one is downstairs, and it's 1-0.
This might be the most pressure you put on this guy today. You got 1 run in, you got to try to get another 1 or maybe 2.
That clips the corner. Traffic on the bases with 1 already in here in the second game of the series. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
On the ground to the left. Out number 2, and another run comes in.
Batting sixth, second baseman Oswaldo Cabrera.
Oswaldo Cabrera will hit next. A big game for him last night. He had 4 hits in that one. There's a swing and a drive. Going back. Makes the grab. And that is that. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. Bottom half of inning number 1 coming up. It's the Yankees 2, Guardians coming up. Back here with my pal Singy. And today on the hill, Clark Schmidt. Chris, a sub-3 ERA for him a year ago.
Well, when your numbers are coming in under 3 as a starting pitcher that's going out there every 4th or 5th day, taking the ball, competing against really good big league hitters, it's extremely impressive. And you wonder what he figured out last year that he can carry into this season that can help him to maintain that number or even drop it lower. We'll see, but we know he's got good stuff, and he should be really good in this one today.
And strike 2. Schmidt went the distance the last time out, throwing a complete game.
Yeah, not a lot of pitchers racking up complete games nowadays, so that last start of his really stands out for me. When you can eat innings like that, you take a big weight off your bullpen, and that's very valuable.
On the outside corner, got him looking. Stepping up for the Guardians, Will Brennan. First offering, and it just misses. Schmidt, 6'1" righty, 29 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2017. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, there appears to be no problem settling in on the mound out there today. It looks pretty tough to start this one, punching out the first 2 hitters of this ball game. And somebody's going to have to put the bat on the ball, put it in play, and get something going.
That one drifts inside.
First two hitters get punched out on strikes. Take some notes from the dugout. When you get your chance, go up there and hit the ball hard somewhere.
Just missed. Swing and a base hit. Around first and hustling for second. The throw in. Tag, and he's in there.
You got to get on your horse and get to that ball and get it back in, because he's going to come barreling around first and put some pressure on you. If you bobble it or you don't get there in a hurry, it's going to make you look silly and end up on second base.
So runner at second, 2 down. And here's the first baseman, John Kenzie Noel. Drove in their only run in last night's game. Right through there for a strike.
And the strategy of winning a ball game, when you can make that pitcher work a little more, expose himself by throwing pitches, that could be the key to winning perhaps later on. So good job of extending this inning, getting a knock with 2 outs to bring the number 4 hole hitter up.
Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Guardians leave 1. They trail it here 2-0. Here in Cleveland, new inning getting started. Now Correa up to hit. One of the things with Correa, the impact he makes, not just on offense, but defense as well. A guy who's won a Platinum Glove as the best defender in the American League. Probably my favorite note, though, on Carlos Correa. He likes to, before games, go to a regular old batting cage and take BP with his dad. Jason Dominguez now at the plate.
He's done a great job making contact recently, working on a 5-game hitting streak.
Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Batting ninth, catcher Alex Jackson.
And here's Alex Jackson. And he bunts, but that's a foul ball. Drops a bunt down the first base side. And that's an out on the sacrifice.
There's a time where that sac bunt was just ho-hum, very basic, but is increasingly difficult as it's become to get bunts down in the big leagues. Nice job right there.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. now.
Third baseman.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed.
And that one clips the corner.
Well, I know they've gotten out to an early lead, but you don't want to take these opportunities for granted. With 2 outs, still lock in with a quality at bat, drive in that run. You may not have another runner in scoring position the rest of this ball game.
And ball 1.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Hit hard, should be extra bases. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily.
He was all over that one. Off the bat, it was headed for the gap all the way. And as a hitter, you love seeing those as you take your first couple of steps out of the box. You know you've got some real estate to run on. It's such a good feeling. Nice liner into the gap right there.
So runner at second, 2 down. Aaron Judge stepping in now for the Yankees. Reached on an infield single his first time. In the air, center field. Thomas sizing this one up. Brings it in. And that is that. Yankees strike for a run on the RBI double. It's now 3-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Leading off, Kyle Manzardo.
Kyle Manzardo.
Schmidt back to work. That pitch in for a strike, and it's 0-1.
A 3-0 lead is great, but you can't get too comfortable. Got to stay aggressive, keep attacking hitters, try to cruise through this ball game.
Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. Judge puts it away for the out. One up, one down.
Batting sixth, center fielder, Lane.
Here's Lane Thomas now.
Thomas.
Foul ball there. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt.
Man, that was pretty gross right there.
Got him swinging.
Been a pretty rough start to this series for him at the plate. 3 strikeouts in the first game yesterday. Another one right there. They clearly got a great plan for how to deal with this guy right now.
Now a chance for Gabriel Arias. Close one, doesn't get the call. And that's ball 1. And it's fouled away. Two down, nobody on. Center field. Bellinger drifts towards it. And that's the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top half of the third inning. Bellinger up to hit. So Cody Bellinger went as a 4th-round pick by the Dodgers in a 2013 draft. How about this, though? His spot drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. Into second easily with a leadoff double.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. I love the approach he had right there with that pitch. Not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it. And that's exactly what he's able to do into the opposite field gap for the double.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Giancarlo Stanton at the plate. He's 0 for 1. That one missed. Smoked into left, base hit. And they get it in quickly. First and third now with nobody out. That ups his hitting streak to lucky number 13.
The Baker's dozen, Boog, and it doesn't seem like a huge number, but anytime you get to the point where you've hit in every game for almost 2 weeks straight, that's a sign of what kind of rhythm you're in.
So runners at the corners, nobody out. Ben Rice stepping in now for the Yankees. And that one fouled off.
You know, these Yankees doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. And here's a stat for you, Boog. They're making contact with more than 85% of the pitches that they're swinging at. It's pretty special stuff. Not so good if you're out there on the mound.
Struck him out swinging. Nice job behind the plate there.
I got to think that was the plan all the way. He set him up with a high fastball and then bury that curveball down low to get him swinging. Now, especially with how effective pitchers work up in the zone these days, that's a devastating combination.
Now it's the second baseman, Oswaldo Cabrera. And that skips in the dirt. Lined, and that's a base hit. Bellinger is in to score. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 4.
Well done. Drives
Now
in the
batting,
run.
shortstop,
Nice line drive to the pull
Correct.
side. Met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
First and second, 1 out. And up next for New York, Carlos Correa. Ball 1 on a pitch inside. Runners at first and second with 1 gone. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. In the air on the infield, and the infield fly is called.
Now batting, left fielder, Jason Dominguez.
Next to hit, Jason Dominguez. Drilled out towards left center field. Thomas sizes this one up. He's there. He's got it. And that is that. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now a 4-0 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Set for the bottom of the third. So in now for Cleveland, Brian Rocchio.
Brian Rocchio.
That's in for a strike. Battling here as he fouls it away.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
The shortstop takes the ball. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Pretty nasty cutter right there, and you're seeing that pitch, that location a lot more these days, and you can see why. Very difficult for hitters. I think the great Mariano Rivera can at least partially be credited for that, thanks to the career he had with the cutter. It was just dominant. I tell you what, I felt like it was a moral victory whenever I could put that pitch in play. So I can feel for the guy right there walking back to the dugout.
1 down, base is empty.
Yep, that ball went out.
And there's a ball.
That's a ball. Hey! 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Got him. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game.
Now batting.
So the
left
Guardians
fielder,
lineup turns over. Stephen Kwan digs in for the Guardians. Struck out looking at his first at bat. Started to swing, held up.
1-0. Hey!
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Next offering misses down and away. And that just misses.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Two outs. And that's ball 4.
Take your base.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you
Now
what,
batting,
he earned that
right
walk.
fielder,
Will Brennan digs in for the
Brennan.
Guardians. Struck out swinging his first time. Fought off foul. Now the 0-1. And that is out of play. Quan, the runner at first with 2 gone. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. 1 left for the Guardians. They trail it here 4-0. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well. That's hard hit on the line. Hauls it in, and there's 1 away. You and I got a chance to broadcast the 2019 All-Star Game, and the city of Cleveland did such a great job. I felt like wherever you turned, there was some type of ad for the All-Star Game, a face of one of the players playing in the game. I thought the city overall supported the event really well. Chisholm in the box here lets that one go for a ball. That's in there, and that is strike 1.
Yeah, and I think the players backed it up from the home run derby and the show that was put on between Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Pete Alonso, and others. It was off the charts. And then the game is always special. When you see the best in baseball, you remember how special this game is. And to be here at this ballpark, I think just was the icing on the cake. They'll back in trouble, Boog, and it's just been like this for him most of the game. They've been all over him since his first pitch, and I think he's got a very short leash right now. Really needs to lock it down here.
Aaron Judge at the plate. 1 for 2. On the ground, a short, could be 2. Rocchio to second, double play, and that'll do it for the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. And midway in the 4th, the Yankees 4 and the Guardians nothing. And we're back. Bottom 4 at the plate. Jose Ramirez.
Jose Ramirez.
Bounce to the right. Throws to first in time, and Ramirez is set down.
Now batting, first baseman, John Kenzie
And
Noel.
now, John Kenzie Noel struck out swinging his first time. Noel, 23 years old, usually in the outfield, but today he's starting at first. And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball 1.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
This one in the air center field. Bellinger has this one sized up, and there's 2 away.
Up next for the Guardians, designated
2
hitter,
down, bases empty. Kyle Manzardo digs in for the Guardians. Flied to right his first time. That one missing inside. Two out, space is empty. Got him looking. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. On to the top of the fifth we go. The Yankees 4 and the Guardians nothing.
Now pitching
We're
for the
back,
Guardians.
and there's a new arm on the mound to start the fifth.
Number
Paul
34.
Sewell.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of him. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the
Leading
gap
off for
that
the
starter
Yankees,
left for him.
Center fielder,
And up to the
Cody
plate
Bellinger.
comes Cody Bellinger. And first offering is fouled off.
You know, these Yankees putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate.
Ball
It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. Quan calls it in, and there's one away.
Up next for the Yankees, the designated hitter,
Here's
Giancarlo
Stanton now.
Stanton.
Well, in their win last game, this guy came up with 2 home runs, obviously trying to keep the roll going here in this one. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Quan squeezes it out. Number 2.
Now batting, the first baseman, Ben Rice.
2 outs, base is empty. Ben Rice getting ready to hit. That one misses. 1-0. Cleveland has some action going in their pen. Hunter Gaddis up and loosening in the pen. Stephan warming up as well. 2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the fifth. Here comes a pitch. And he can't come up with it. Still able to fire over. And that's the 3rd out. Down in order go the Yankees. But they lead it 4-0. Back here in Cleveland, we head to the bottom of the 5th. Here's Lane Thomas.
Lane Thomas.
Schmidt back to work. That one finds the zone. 0-1.
You know, these Guardians, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Fires over to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Now batting, second baseman, Gabriel Arias.
And now here is Gabriel Arias. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1.
Hey. 0-1's the count.
1 out, base is empty. Swings through that one for strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Foul ball, it stays 0-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Whiff number 9 for him in this game. 9. Here's Brian Rocchio.
Now batting,
0 for 1. He struck out
shortstop,
swinging last time.
Brian Rocchio.
Pitch misses there. Ball 1. The Guardians down by 4. Last half of inning number 5. Tap foul at the plate.
Now this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
And it's
Ball,
even up.
that's out.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
2-2 on the way. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Nothing doing for the Guardians there. They're down 4-0. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. And first offering is fouled off. On the ground, out to short. Tosses across to first. Now one gone in the top of the sixth.
Now batting, shortstop Carlos Correa.
And here comes. Carlos Correa. That one ripped. Thomas makes the catch. 2 away.
It was all over that fastball right there. I tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way back.
2 down, bases empty. Digging in is the switch hitting outfielder, Jason Dominguez. Hit in the air right field, and that one way back there, and that is way gone. That'll fire up the dugout, and they tack one on the board. It's 5-zip.
That's a swing that'll boost the win probability for sure. Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
Here's the catcher to hit, Alex Jackson. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
0-1.
And there's a foul ball.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Another look at the long ball for the Yankees. And the lead is now 5-0. You're watching Yankees baseball on the show, NYC. Back now for the bottom of the sixth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound. Scott Effross.
Number 57.
He last pitched 2 days ago.
Scott Effross.
Good eye by Hedges. There's a strike. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
He goes down looking.
Well, this is no secret. That slider is going to be his go-to pitch. Everyone in the ballpark knows it. It's a massive part of his arsenal, and he'll throw it a lot and in pretty much any count, any situation, and he's going to look to punch guys out as well. I tell you what, the effectiveness of that slider is always a big key for him.
Next to hit, Steven Kwan. Swings through that one for strike one.
0-1's the count.
You know, this is a good time to step out of the box, take a deep breath, reset. A couple of change-ups. Probably won't see another one here.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Here's the 0-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Base is empty, one away here in the bottom of the sixth. Foul ball, still 0-2. Just misses with that one.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Called strike three on the fastball, and that ran back over the inner half.
Oh, nice job right there. He struck him out twice. The pitch before looked like it was strike three. Doesn't get the call. Bears down. Throws another quality pitch for the strikeout.
Now here is Will Brennan.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
And that's through there for a strike. It's 0-1. Just missed.
Now, this manager knows that his players are just trying to do too much. Everybody needs to just take a deep breath, relax, and let it naturally happen.
Splits the plate, and the count 1-2. Towards first. Rice steps on the bag, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Guardians fail to score. Still looking at that 5-0 deficit.
Now pitching.
Welcome
for the
back. We're in the
Guardians.
7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound.
Number
Trevor Stephan. He's been so good against lefties. Jazz Chisholm Jr. stepping in now for the Yankees.
Third baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
And that one fouled off. Stephan in his 5th season, 29 years old, and he was a 3rd-round pick back in 2017. Hard ground ball, base knock. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate. 1 for 3. That one hit to right. Brennan moving under this one. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down.
Now batting, center fielder Cody Bellinger.
Here comes Cody Bellinger. Swung on, belted back there. One hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. Jazz on his horse coming around third. He will score. And it's now a 6-run lead.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Pretty much just a textbook double into the gap. And when you can drop one in there between the outfielders, you know you're making the turn at first. Just an excellent swing.
One out, runner at second. Next is the designated hitter, Giancarlo Stanton. First pitch misses.
Counts 1-0.
And another ball.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
Fastball for a strike. Swing and a ground ball. Nice grab. Nicely done for the out.
Look at how he dives right there. Is able to pop up to both knees. Not enough time to get to his feet, but he threw a cannon across the diamond to get the runner.
And stepping in for the Yankees, Ben Rice. Swing and a line drive, base hit into left field. Bellinger is in to score. It's 7-0. He's in there.
There he is coming through with a knock right there. I like the fact that he can pick him up and put him down a little bit. First basemen are known for the speed, but see him get that extra base hit there. Now he's in scoring position.
Man at second here with 2 away. And next for New York, Oswaldo Cabrera. Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. They get 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Yankees 7 and the Guardians nothing. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Luke Weaver.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
That one finds the zone. That's strike 1.
Some hitters are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
Weaver ready to fire now. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Gosh, a little late on that breaking ball. I don't think he recognized it out of the hand. Just a little tardy. Gonna have to regroup here.
Hit in the air, center field. Dominguez on his way over, hauls it in for the out. And there's 1 away.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Noel now at the plate as he swings through strike 1.
0-1.
Ball 1 there. Swing and a miss. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, that's a curveball that I'm sure he wants back at the plate. 2 strikes, the sort of pitch you're hoping for. A bit of a mistake, and I'd say in a very hittable location, but clearly the break was enough to get him to swing through it.
Manzardo
Inside ball.
stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. Next offering is in for a strike.
No, he's really
One
working
ball,
that
one
inside
strike.
corner with the cutter. I tell you what, I hated that pitch. So tough to get the barrel to and to keep it fair.
Swing and a miss as he was out front.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Hit on the ground to the right side. Cabrera in plenty of time to first. That's out number 3. This one pretty well decided at this point. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Yankees 7 and the Guardians nothing. It's a bit of a blowout now, which gives us a bit more freedom here in the booth.
I'm not sure that's a good thing.
All right, saying in ballpark entertainment, you got a favorite mascot race?
Yeah, I love what they do in D.C. with the former presidents.
Somebody always gets tackled. They always get hurt.
I know, and it's just crazy. Imagine running around in those big, bulky suits, and somebody's always going to go down.
So a man aboard. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Jason Dominguez. He's already homered here in this one. Late swing, foul to the left. That one is absolutely belted. And it gets into the corner, but it's foul. Do you remember when Tim Kirkjian ran in the sausage race in Milwaukee?
No, I didn't see that one.
Yeah. Yeah, they used one of the kid-size ones.
You know, this isn't exactly a mascot race,
that's low.
but I love what they do in Atlanta with the freeze. I wanted to race the freeze at one point. I don't think my hamstrings could hold up for it now.
I feel like 5 years ago you could have handled the freeze. It would have been fun, and I would bait you into it and try and get you to. That one ripped right center field. That's down. One hops off the wall. Coming home. He'll score.
Now batting, catcher Alex Jackson.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he will make a move to dip into the Guardians bullpen. Trevor Stephan will depart, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back.
Now pitching
So
for the
Cleveland brings on a
Guardians.
new reliever, Hunter
Number
Gaddis.
33.
He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again.
Got it.
Here's the Yankees catcher now, Alex Jackson. First
Ball.
pitch doesn't find the zone.
Ball 1, no strikes.
Man at second. Squares to bunt, but that rolls foul. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
1 ball,
Clearly, he
2
was sitting on
strikes.
a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Swings and misses, and 1 out now.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this,
Now
known
batting,
for using
third
the
baseman,
entire field.
Jazz
Just
Chisholm
couldn't
Jr.
sit back long enough on that one.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. stepping in now for the Yankees. In the dirt. Movement in the pen for the Guardians. Jacob Junis getting ready to go. Heron also throwing. Dominguez, the runner at second with 1 away. And that one lifted in the air center field. Thomas on the move. Drops into the glove. And there are 2 outs.
Now batting, right fielder Aaron Judge.
Here is Aaron Judge. Singy, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He's the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
Base hit. Runner from second scores as they add on. It's an RBI single, and they now lead by 9. And here comes Bellinger. And a foul ball. Two runs across in the inning, and we're in the top of the 8th. Chopper right side. To first, and that is the 3rd out of the inning. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. Last half of the 8th coming up. The Yankees 9 and the Guardians nothing. New pitcher for the Yankees, Jonathan Loaisiga.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Loaisiga fills up the zone, forces contact, so not a huge strikeout guy, but he's going to make the hitters beat him. Doesn't issue a lot of walks, so the pressure is really on the batter to make something happen. Slice down the right side.
And although you like the fact that the guy throws strikes, guy gets contact, and not always great contact, the fact that when you have runners on, if that ball's in play, there's still a good chance that a run gets pushed across, whether it's earned or not.
Command in the zone is such a crucial part of it, right?
You know, it's not just throwing strikes, but it's throwing quality strikes. It's having quality misses as well. What's a quality miss? Missing just off the plate rather than over the plate.
Fights it off. He'll see another. And a ball evens the count.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Simply said, this guy's flailing at the plate right now. Just disconnected from head to toes in terms of the sink of his body. That's his 5th strikeout of the series, and we're just 2 games in. So hoping to see some kind of adjustment out of him. His at-bats are just a little tough to watch right now.
Foul ball. Swings and misses. And the count is 0-2.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Breaking ball misses down and away. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 down.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter, and I'm so glad I'm retired.
Pop foul out of play off to the right. 2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
Here in Cleveland, all set to start the 9th in this one. And here is Giancarlo Stanton. Gaddis back to work. Just missed. Cleveland has some action going in their pen. Jacob Junis up and throwing. And he grounds one to the right side. And that's just foul. And a swing and a miss there.
Just a little too quick on that front shoulder, front hip, front foot. Everything comes open. No way of making contact with that one.
That misses the zone. 2-2. And down on strikes he goes. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th.
Well, just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked him up. And as a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in. So you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. Hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would be called a ball. But either way, that's a really nice pitch.
He swings and fouls one off. Yeah, that's fouled off. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Base is empty, 1 away here at the top of the 9th.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Oh, there he gets the slider in on his hands, and it just eats him up. You know, it's hard to get the bat around on a pitch like that in tight. You just feel like you're crowded on the inside part of the plate. Can't get any extension. That's one he definitely should have laid off of.
Swing and a high fly ball deep left field. Going back, and it hits the fence. Makes the turn and heads for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit. Here's Carlos Correa.
Shortstop Carlos Correa.
Fastball for a strike at 95. And a seed into center. That's a base hit. Coming home. Here's the throw to the plate. It's offline. The run comes in. It's 10-0. So up next, Jason Dominguez.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
Swing and a foul straight back. He swings and drives one out to deep left field. That ball's carrying. Out of here. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they add a couple more. It's 12-0. Singy, the ball is jumping off his bat.
Yes, it is. Tons of loud contact. Man, it's been impressive. Get as many high fives as possible, man. This guy's a ball of energy right now and having the game of his life.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Hunter Gaddis out of the game, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with a new pitcher after this break.
Now pitching
The
for the
Guardians going with a new pitcher, Cade Smith.
Number 36.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
And stepping in for the Yankees, Alex Jackson. 0 for 3 in this one. Inside, and it's 1-0. And a foul ball. Lined into left center, base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going. Here's the Yankees leadoff hitter, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Ripped on a line to center. And that is that. But they strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run home run. We head now to the bottom of the 9th. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the 9th. Ian Hamilton.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters. In there at the knees.
0-1.
Fought off foul. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. And a swing and a miss. So Hedges is gone.
Oh, that slider down and away. It's just kind of a slow death. With 2 strikes, you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
That one fouled off. Stays alive. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Gonna count 1-2. That one the other way, and a base hit, and they had their first hit since the first inning.
Now batting.
Will Brennan digs in for the Guardians. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. And that's a base hit. And out to a board.
Right there, he does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
Third baseman, Jose.
Now it's Jose Ramirez. And first offering is fouled off. Hamilton throws what a lot of people consider to be a power sinker. Throws it with serious velocity, but it moves a ton and it stays down. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Quan, the lead runner at second. Brennan over at first with one away. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. And the Guardians with 1 out left.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. And when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
Noel now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. Liner, base hit. Quad around third. The throw is offline and he's in to score. And they're on the board, but lots of ground to make up. First and second, 2 down. Kyle Manzardo digs in for the Guardians. That clips the corner.
And Boog, against a guy like this, you grab your backup bat out of the rack. You don't want to take your gamer up there because you know there's a good chance it's coming back broken.
What's the approach when you're facing a guy like this, Chris?
Don't look down in the zone because you'll end up chasing something that's out of the strike zone. Make him elevate the pitch. Because he's not as effective at the top of the strike zone, you got a better chance of having success.
This could end it. First and second, 2 down. Here in the last half of inning number 9. Fouls that off to the left and will do it again. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
The number 7 is such a cool and sort of lucky number. Well, this team has been playing really well, but to win 7 games in a row, there's been some luck and there's been some really good play. I think you get to this point, you start to look at, can we double that? Make it double digits, make it 2 touchdowns, make it 14.
12-1 is the final. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.